Okay, hey everybody. So I'm recording this video because I had a buddy that was talking about. I saw that he was saying that he felt like he had anxiety, depression. He's struggling with some things, and I've actually been having some of those. I recently was struggling with some of that, not feeling like I had as much purpose as I wanted to, and uh, doing a bunch of research and coming up with ideas and meaning, I realized that the one of the reasons why I was feeling so much anxiety and depression was because I was not controlling my reasoning for doing things. I've been going to school and I have a apartment management job. It's all very challenging, and it's I get overwhelmed with how much that I need to do. That's how I have been, anyways. But this new way of thinking is allowing me to do things for different reasons. So your reasoning, anxiety is totally about the reasons that you feel anxious. You feel anxious because something bad will happen if you don't do the thing, or you're feeling depressed because you don't feel like you have the energy or the mostly that everything's just weighing on you and things are not going as you want. You don't have control. There's a lot of things that make that difficult. And it's really hard to motivate yourself off of, always off of negative consequences or negative motivation. So I think that having the constructive side of like, this is going to make me better, this is going to build my life, this is going to be more fulfilling, this has, there's pleasant things about this, there's, coming up with a lot of reasons that are positive, that are your favorites, let's say, the best motives for you, that suddenly makes things more sentimental, more meaningful, more, the behaviors become more savory, instead of like thinking, oh, nah, finally that's over. You think, man, I'm so happy I did that because that upped my game. That made me better. Is improving my outlook on life, on my style, my who I want to be. But that purely has to do with what motive did you plug in that made you finally do the work? Were you in fight or flight, in fear? That has more cortisol. You're stressed while you're doing the thing, and if you're supposed to fake like you're happy, that's hard. It puts you in a compromising, like I'm not being real ever, and that makes you more depressed. You have the facade of I'm supposed to be this certain type of person, but things are sucking. But it's in your head a lot. That if you change the reasoning, you can suddenly change, your outlook and the fulfillment that you feel, the depth of that fulfillment. So I wrote this up on this board just to show you. I do this in a notebook. This is like the affirmation starters. You put the action, fill in the blank, what the action is, and then the reason you're doing it, and these are the multiple reasons. Then over there on the side, this is called action, reason, reconstruction. So you reconstruct. You might have, let's say the first one is because if I don't do it, I'll get fired, or if I don't do it, I'll fail and I'll get kicked out of school, or who knows what all the negative ones are. But get those out. That especially if they're what's in the forefront of your attention, get those out, dump them, and then put the crappy, percentages, and then come up with better and better reasons. The more reasons you have, the more powerful motivator it will be as well. But once you find a reason or two that you want to select as the reasons why you're going to do this thing now, I'm telling you, I've done it with a bunch of them already, and it's night and day different on the level of, like I said, the level of fulfillment, the excitement, the being authentic to self. It feels like, since I've been doing this, it's felt night and day different. Like I really can't even understand how it's so different, but except for the fact that, like, creating thoughts like the affirmation starter brand does, that's powerful. But when you're using them for reasons, and what are these things going to enable you to do? And I mean, reasoning is one of our strongest human resources or functions of the brain. One of the greatest, most powerful motivators is our reasoning. So you'll solve lots of problems. You'll be much more motivated. You can overcome depression. You will move forward with excitement, in enthusiasm in the direction that you're wanting to go. Anyways, I wanted to record that. I didn't really have any notes written down specific to what to say, but but I hope that helps you. I hope that I hope just experiment with it. Do multiple of them. Do a ton of them. Write them out in notebooks, and you'll see that it's gonna be something so special. Like, it's way better than what you would even realize could be possible. When it's your mind and things that mean the most to you. Like, I'm telling you, it's personal. It's special, but when you actually experience it, and then you take action, and you have some things done that you may not have gotten done, because those other emotions are more like blocks, and they slow down energy. And if they motivate at all, it's like I said, it's fight or flight, or it's more destructive. It isn't fulfilling, and then you have all those other anxieties and fears. This gives courage and like I said, enthusiasm, hope, wonder. You start wondering, what can I do? So anyways, hope that helps. Have a good one. Talk to you later.